Hey guys, how y'all doing? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going over, per request from one of my subscribers, on how you can use MillMage and be able to get that radius inside a catch-all tray. So, you know, in MillMage they don't have a spot for a bowl bit, so you got to try to be a little creative and find a way to make that bowl bit to be able to use it. So, I had a subscriber reach out to me, Mr. Gavin. I appreciate you. Thank you for dropping me that email. And we got in touch a little bit, trying to find out how I was going to be able to do this video and kind of what he was looking for. So I'm going to cough a little bit. I was using the machine. I do have a Wen dust collector, but that still kind of gets in the air a little bit. So I was breathing a lot of that today and yesterday. So just forgive me a little bit for that. But we're going to go into MillMage, and we're going to go over on how I was able to get this catch-all tray and you get a radius with a bowl bit to be able to do that. So this one was made with cypress wood. I did a bunch of tests on some red cedar. I was trying to get red cedar. I was doing a bunch of those, and anyway, they were cutting through the backside, so I ended up leaving a hole through it. So I figured, let me go ahead and cut out this cedar one that I have, and that's what I used. So today we're going to jump into MillMage, and we're going to kind of go over this real quick. So let's go ahead into MillMage, and let's take a look at what we have. All right, in MillMage, the way I was able to get to be able to use a bowl bit, I used a 1/2-inch bowl bit. And I used a 1/4-inch end mill to be able to cut it out. The bowl bit I used for 2 separate passes, and the end mill I used to cut out the whole piece. So, what I have is I have three tool passes for it. I have a pocket fast, and that's the black layer, and I have a fine pocket, which is the blue layer, and then I have the cutout, which is going to be the red layer. I used a 5.75 millimeter end mill to cut it out, and then I used a 1/2-inch bowl bit to be able to get the pocket out of it. Now, there is no spot to be able to pick a bowl bit, so if you come up here to Edit Tools, and we'll just click this one and we'll do edit. If you come over here, all you have is an end mill, a ball mill, a V-bit, a drill, and a round over. I think the ball mill, that's probably a ball nose, and a bowl bit looks similar to it. It's just bigger, so I was able to use that to be able to create a folder that says bowl bits right here, and then in that I was able to create what I needed for them. So let me cancel out of that, and we'll go into operation and pocket. So the first one I did, let me go out of this quick here. Let me go back to the layers. You see I have the black, the blue, and the red. They're the layers that I have. I'm going to show all those for right now. And in operation, I'm going to click on this one here so you can see what I used, how I was able to get it, and how we were able to use it. So if I go to the fast one, the pocket fast, let me get my eyes on so I can see better. And if I go to the select tool, I was able to create these under bowl bits. And yes, it says ball mill, but that are all bowl bits. 1/2-inch, 3/8, and 5/16 inch. They're the bowl bits that I do have. You just got to change to which one you want, and then you got to put all your settings in over here. The diameter, what the 1/2-inch is 12.7. The flute length was 11.3 millimeters, and I left all this stuff the same down here. But as you can see, it's got the rounded like a bowl bit. So that's what I used for that. So Gavin, if you're trying to look for that, just put it under the mill bit. It just the ball mill bit. It's what I was able to use to be able to get that. So what I did was I went to the black layer. Let me turn off the other layers, the blue and the red. So I'm only looking at the black. And what I did was I selected it. Then I came up here and I hit new operation. Hit pocket. And I changed that to black fast. So you would put that in there. Pick your tool. So the ball, which is the bowl bit. And you want to start out at the top, so you want it to be the start layer. The start depth is going to be 0, and then the bottom one I wanted to go a total of 10 millimeters down. So for me to do that, I had to go 9. I went 1 millimeter less than what I actually wanted it to be. So I'm going to change that to 9. And my depth per pass, you can make that whatever your settings are going to be. You have to test it, but I'm going to go 3 millimeters for depth per pass. So I'm starting out at 0. I'm final depth of 9, and my depth pass at 3. And my step over, I want to change that because this is the fast one. I want to go as large as what I can, which is going to be the 50%. So leave all the rest of this the same, and then hit OK. Now I want to swap real quick, and I want to show you. Make sure I'm on the right camera. I want to show you. This is, if you go fast with it, that's what it's going to look like. Let me swap. I want to see the camera because I want to be able to see it. You see how you got those ridges going around it? By doing a 50% step over, that's what you're going to get. And that's fine. And that's absolutely fine. Because you see the next one in here, that's like, I think it was 6 or 7% step over. So you see that's a lot finer. And it was able to cut and handle all those big gouges and grooves absolutely fine. So when I'm doing this, just remember that when I show you the preview of it, that's what it's going to look like when you do the 50% and you're going down to 3 millimeters depth and you're cutting all that out as quick as what you can. Because when you do the next one, that's going to be your fine, it's going to go down and it's going to just make it real smooth and it'll look very, very little sanding. So back to MillMage, and there we go. Now that's going to be your pocket. Remember, it's going to say pocket fast black. You're going to write that in there so you know that's what it is. I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. That was just to show you. And I'm going to do one more, and we're going to go into layers, turn off the black, only show the blue, go back to operation. We're going to highlight it, and then we're going to go back to new operation, and we're going to do a pocket again. Select tool. It was already shown there, but we're going to select it anyway, the 0.5. Now we want to go 10 as our final. So you're going to want to leave 1 millimeter. So you're going to want to go down. You're going to start at 9 because you can't start at 10. So you got to start at 9, and you're going to go down to 10. That's going to be our finished. This is where we stopped the fast one. So we're going to start where we stopped at, and then we're going to finish where we want to actually finish at, which is 10 millimeters. Now this is where you're going to want to change that to 3, 4, whatever. Now, of course, the lower this number, the longer it's going to take. It's only doing 4% of that ½ inch bit. So it's going to take a long time for it to do it. But if you want that smoothness with relatively hardly any sanding at all, then you're going to want to make sure that is what you're doing. Leave all this the same, leave all that the same. Actually, you can make this, because since this is a fine one, there's not much that's actually going to take out. You're gonna, I'll go up to 1,000 feed rate, and I'll leave all that the same. It does not matter with the depth per pass. We do not want 10. I'm sorry about that. We want that to be 1. So we're going to start out at 9, and we're going to finish it at 10. Okay? So it's going to start. It's going to go down to 9, and then it's going to cut all the way out to the 10, and it's going to go depth per pass of 1 millimeter. So it's going to actually cut that out in one time. And like I said, you want to make sure you change your step over. And you want to change your speed. You want to make sure your speed is what you want to have it. Do your testing. Make sure you got your own feeds and plunge rate and all that. You want to make sure you have all that. And then you're going to hit OK. Now, I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. That is how I set them up. So I already have them up here. If you click on the black fast, you're going to see exactly what I told you. We're going to start out at 0. We're going to finish at 9. We're going to go down 3 millimeters to do that. And I'm going to use the highest that they have is 50%. And then I have this changed to 800 millimeters a minute. It was able to handle that absolutely no problem. Now the next one is the fine, the blue fine. You'll see I used a 1/2 inch. I started it at 9 because that's where I finished the fast one. And then my final depth is going to be where I want it to actually be, 10 millimeters. And I went down 1 millimeter depth per pass. And my step over, I did 10 because I didn't really want to spend too much time on a video for that. But if I was to do it, it would probably be somewhere around maybe 4. I don't know. You have to test your own. But somewhere around 4. And all these here are all going to be good over there. Now, if you click on the fast one, this is what I was showing you on that red cedar. If you click the preview, it's going to take this 11 minutes and 40 seconds to cut this out. Now this piece is 4 inches by 6 inches is what this piece is. And that's exactly what I showed you on that red cedar, how you have those grooves and all those edges. That's what it's going to do. It's going to aggressively take out as much of it as what it can. So when you go through it and look, you'll see it's just going to start and it's going to go and just start taking out as much as what it can, which is perfect. It goes down 9 millimeters and it takes out a whole bunch of that material relatively quick. Now if I go to the fine and I click on the fine, you're going to see, actually I think, did I click on the wrong one before? Let me go to pocket fast. Let me turn these other layers back on. There we go. The fast black preview, it is what it's going to look like. You're going to see that. So it's got all that, 11 minutes and 40 seconds. And now if I click, turn the outputs on both of those, and if I click the blue, this one is going to take, you see it's taking longer for it to do it, 47 minutes and 51 seconds to go that 4% step over. But as you can see, if you zoom right in, you have hardly any of those lines going around. And you can do this real aggressive and real fast. So it works perfect for it. Even though it's going to take more time, I was actually able to hit the move button here, and I was actually able to override it and just keep increasing the speed. So I was actually going well faster than 1,000 millimeters a minute. And it didn't take but maybe 20 minutes, I guess, when it was all finally said and done for the fine part instead of 37 minutes, just by increasing that. And you're going to want to listen to your machine, listen to see if it's chirping at you, make sure it's cutting okay, it's not smoking, and it's cutting, the wood chips are cutting out the way it's supposed to, and you can increase it to whatever speed that you need to at that point. So that's the fast black, the fine blue, and now we have the cutout, which is going to be this guy right here. And 5.75 millimeter end mill is what I used, and that took, no, that ain't right. Let me go back and turn those off, put on this. That took 10 minutes and 46 seconds to cut that out. I screw my wood to my board because I don't go all the way down to the bottom, cut it out. I don't want to keep cutting my spoil board out. So I'll go down to about like a millimeter or two, and then I'll take it to my planer, flip it upside down, and I'll plane it just gently, go through there just to get it to cut that rest of that wood out. Once I get it to where it's just about all the way cut out, you can pop it out and then sand it on your belt sander. So that's the way I do it. No tape, sometimes tape and the tape method, sometimes clamps, but I just screwed this down. It was just much easier to do it that way and then plane it to get the rest of it off. But that's all the passes to be able to do that. Now, Gavin, I think what Gavin was asking is how do you get to the bowl bit? That's what he was asking about. Is how do you add the bowl bit to it? So Gavin, that's how I added it to it. I'm sure it's not the only way, but it's the way I was able to do it, and it worked perfect for me, as you can see. It just did a fabulous job on it. It came out perfect. The first one I did was a small one, and I didn't go very deep, so I was able to do all those other things. But just using the bowl bit to do the aggressive cut, and then a bowl bit, the same bowl bit, to use for the fine cut, it just worked out so much easier, so much quicker. Now, let's jump back in here, and when you are doing, what was so easy and nice is I started out here, so I unchecked these. I do not want to output those. If I had those outputted, what it's going to do is, and I probably could have left these two there and it would have been fine, but if I would have had this one also added, it would have went and did the whole entire thing. So the way I do it is I uncheck the ones I don't want to use. That's what's nice about having these colors, the color palette down here, is you can pick and choose how you want them all to be and how they're going to look. So by unoutputting these, it's only going to do this one. So when you hit start, it's only going to do that one. When it's finished, you uncheck that, and then you check the next one that you're going to do. So priority matters. Keep yours how you want it to go in order, and you can change them with your arrow keys here. So you want to make sure you do have them right. You don't want to have this one on top, because you might mess up and be like, okay, yeah, I'm ready to go, I got it, and then you end up hitting it, and then your bit goes way down, and you're in trouble. So make sure priority matters. Make sure you have them correct. Pocket fast, pocket fine, and then cut out. Okay, so what was nice is I was able to use the fast pocket black. I went and clicked it. I came down here and I homed it first. Then I went ahead and I moved it to where I needed it to be on the wood, on my spoil board where I had my wood. And then you go ahead and you hit work piece 0, work X and Y. Use 0 wherever you have it at, wherever you're going to have it at. If this confuses you, I do have a video on this, so go back and check out my other videos. You will see it. But what was nice is you hit your probe button here. This is the one I have, the block. Next, because I only have the Z. Now, since my wood has not been cut yet, I don't even have to move my my router. So all I got to do is go ahead and click next. Hook up my clip to the bit. Put my puck underneath it, and then hit execute on Z. And it's going to go down, hit it, come up, and go back down slower, and hit it and go back up. Then all you got to do is hit finish. Now, take your clip off and your probe, start your router. All you got to do, click start. And it's going to go ahead and it's going to do it. Do its thing. Once that's done, it's going to stop it and raise it up a little bit. The computer knows where that's at. All you have to do, unclick the output for the fast. Your bit is the same. You don't even have to change it. Turn that one on. Go to job control, and all you got to do is hit start. It's already probed. It's already zeroed, so it knows everything that it needs to know. You hit start, and it's going to go ahead to the next step. When it finishes that, you're going to go to operation. You're going to turn off the output for the fine, and you're going to go to your cut. Now you do have to change your bit for this one. So you change your bit. All you have to do at this point is you just have to re-probe your machine. So you go to move, come back down here to probing, block, next. Now you don't want it to be, because it's going to have where the material is taken out. Now you want to jog your machine at this point. Jog your machine to a spot of the wood that has not been cut or touched. Once you get it to there, hit next, put your clip on your bit, put your puck underneath it, execute on Z. It's going to do its thing twice, finish, and all you got to do is take the clip off, the probe off, start your router, come to job control, and hit start. So what was nice, if you have the same bit on these, you don't even have to probe it the second time, because it already has the settings for it. You just got to uncheck the output for that, and then check the one for the next one. So I don't know if you knew that, if a lot of people knew that, but that's a little tip out there for you. So excuse me, let me get another drink. So that was nice. When I did that and I realized that, I said, oh, damn, I like that. You just got to just probe it the one time with the one bit. Run your fast black. It finishes. Uncheck it. Check your next one, because that is the 0.5 bowl bit. Go to job, start, run it, do its thing. Uncheck it, change your bit, reprobe your machine for the next one, and all you gotta do is then just hit start and it's done. So I don't know how many people knew that, but I really like that. That was really nice. So once again, that's what it is. Gavin, I appreciate you so much. This was just an awesome idea for a video, and I'm glad you reached out to me and I was able to figure this out for you, and hopefully this is what you was asking. I think what you was wanting to know is how do you put a bowl bit in the computer software to have it be able to do it. I think that's the only problem that you had to have answered for you. So I think that was it. If it's not, or if it's something else, let me know, and I'll see if I can, figure out whatever else it is you're looking at. But I do believe that's what it was, is being able to use a bowl bit when there is no drop down for the bowl bit. So, but you can see I did a whole bunch of testing. I did a bunch of them. So I was finally able to get it. I did this one here. There's a couple more I did over here. You can see I was messing around with this thing for a little bit until I finally got it. There's some over there. There's some over there. It did take a minute to get it until I finally realized, just use the bowl bit, set up 2 different tool passes, 1 black layer, 1 blue layer, turn each of them on and off, whatever one you need. It was just so much easier. And you can do this pretty much with whatever size you want. I think that's going to be it for now. Gavin, thank you so much again. I appreciate you. If you guys got something out of this, drop me a 1 if you learned something, 2 if you learned 2 things, 3 if you learned 3 things. I really appreciate you all. But give me a little bit of feedback. Also, subscribe. I'm trying to grow this. It's slow, it's painful, but it is growing. It's just slow. It's free. Just click it. That's all you got to do is click it. So like, subscribe, drop a comment down below like Gavin did, Mr. Gavin, and we'll see what we can do for you guys. Till the next one, Gavin, thank you again so much. Till the next one, I appreciate you guys all. Stay safe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.